Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 19 Liverpool career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of these episodes, we're quickly going to recap on the previous. And in the previous episode, the first game was a Premier League game against Newcastle. We were against the ex-Liverpool manager, Rafa Benitez, and we turned up and absolutely smashed them 4-1. Unfortunately, we didn't keep a clean sheet because of a defensive error from ourselves, clearing the ball out straight into the path of Peterson, who then put it past Alisson. Unfortunately, they did score, but we beat them 4-1. We got the 3 points. We got a goal difference of +3, so I was very happy with that game. But then going into the second game in the previous episode, a little bit more of a challenging one, which comes across very shockingly considering it was against Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup. But of course, in the cups right now, the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, we're playing a rotated team and we're playing a lot of the youngsters or players like Shaqiri and Milner that can't get into the starting 11 anymore. So it is very rotated. We did struggle, but in the end, it come down to the 88th minute and I had subbed on Bobby Firmino, Sadio Mane and Fabinho. And it was Sadio Mane who played the ball into their box. Lovely ball right across everyone into the path of the other substitute, Fabinho, who then slotted it home. But it was very, very difficult, that shot, because he put so much power on it. It rattled the crossbar, rattled the post, and then bounced behind the line. But any more power, and that could have easily went either wide or over the crossbar. So I was very happy to proceed through to the next stages of the Carabao Cup. And in today's episode, we've got another 2 decent games. We're at home at Anfield against Fulham for the first game, and then we are facing off for the second game in the Champions League in our group against Roma. And of course, Roma is the ex-club for Mohamed Salah and also Alisson. So hoping we can bag all the points in today's episode, the 3 in the Premier League and the 3 in the Champions League. Now, 2 little topics I want to talk about at the start of today's episode, guys. If you have watched the previous episode, episode 43, you'll know at the start I had a little rant about someone called Mark Son. Unfortunately, he's going to continue to do what he does, and I know you guys are behind me and support me, and I've seen a lovely comment from Lee that said, guys, give this comment a thumbs up if you think Brad makes absolutely unbelievable content, deserves more subs, deserves more views, deserves more likes, more comments. And all I can say to that is thank you so much, Lee, and thank you to everyone that does agree with him, because it's so heartwarming to see lovely comments like that saying that, Brad, for such a small YouTuber, you have quality videos, quality audio, and you're really down to earth. And what I mean by that is, you know, I'm not looking at views. I'm not saying I need to do this, I need to do that. I'm just doing it for the enjoyment and to make you guys watch some entertainment career mode. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. And the fact that it's paying off and it's showing through to you guys that I am working hard on this and you are enjoying it and you believe that I deserve more, it means so much to me. So thank you so much for that lovely comment, Lee. It does mean the absolute world to me. And the second thing I want to touch up on is the microphone. A lot of you guys have been, or I've been asking you guys to let me know in the comment section what you think of the microphone. I'm seeing 8 out of 10s. I'm seeing 9 out of 10s. We're not quite at 10 out of 10 right now. And Lee did say the reason it's not 10 out of 10 is because of how loud the microphone goes. Gonna be honest with you guys, don't think that's the microphone. I think that's probably me. When I score a late goal and I'm screaming into the microphone, it's probably my fault. So what I'm going to do in today's episode, and Lee, I'd appreciate if you could let me know, MTA plays, anyone that wants to let me know. Royal, you can let me know. Kuru, you can let me know. I'm going to try and tone my voice down, not get too excited, not scream at the microphone, and then you guys can give me a proper rating. And that goes for any of you guys, not just the 4 I mentioned. If anyone wants to leave a comment, giving the microphone a rating out of 10. If you're going to give it a 7, an 8, a 9, a 6, a 2, please follow up with a reason why. Because if it is because of this or that, I can try and fix it. I can go back and forth with the company that make this studio professional microphone. I can go back and forth and say, look, my audience is saying this is a problem, that's a problem, and I can try and get it sorted, but I will try and tone it down for today's episode. And if it does become a 10 out of 10 and it's not too loud, then clearly I am the problem, and maybe I need to turn the volume down on the microphone so I can be louder. But they are the 2 topics I want to discuss, guys. Now it's back into this episode, and let's get down to business. So the first game, of course, is against Fulham, and this is the lineup we are putting out. We've got Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Roberto Firmino at striker, Salah out on that right wing, Gino Wijnaldum and Naby Keita linking up in the central midfield role, Fabinho a little deeper in the central defensive midfield, Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back, with of course Alisson in goal. Now this starting 11 you're seeing right now is the main starting 11 that I'm trying to start week in and week out, because when I look at it, every single player there is a Liverpool player in real life. Now, yes, we've got plenty of other talent. We've got the likes of Talisca, we've got Junior, we've got Sessegnon. But this career mode is all about being realistic. So if I can keep the team to as close as it is in real life, or at least have 9 or 10 players from the actual Liverpool squad in the team, I will be very, very happy. And this is the team, obviously, like I said, that we're going to try and put out week in and week out. Unfortunately, we're playing Roma in just 4 or 5 days' time. So most of these players, you can already see Robertson and Trent aren't fully fit. So the majority of these players are probably not going to be fit for that game. So I'll have to look at being a bit tactical in the 60th minute in this game against Fulham. Look at taking some of the big guns off. If we can get 3 or 4-0 up, maybe in the first half, maybe in the first 60 minutes, then I'll be over the moon, because then we can bring off some of the bigger players and rest them for that Champions League game against Roma. But right now, it's Liverpool versus Fulham. We're at Anfield. We've got the home fans behind us. Let's get into this and hopefully bag another 3 points. Here we go. Every single point counts right now. We're down in 3rd position. Arsenal are still top. 6 played, 6 wins. We really need to close the gap. And unfortunately at Merseyside, it is raining. And we are used to the rain when it comes to living in England. Liverpool versus Fulham. Big game this. We need the 3 points. It's games like this where I dread dropping points, whether it's a draw, whether it's a loss. It just shouldn't happen. And obviously we've got Arsenal right above us. Right above us. We've scored 20 goals already. Arsenal, who are top, have only scored 10 goals. We've scored double what they've scored. But we have got, I do believe, Everton in the next episode. We've got the Liverpool derby for the first game. So if we bag the 3 points on them, if we win the 3 points today and then beat Everton, we will move up to 2nd. But it depends what Arsenal are going to do in their next 2 games. But it is going to be Bobby Firmino to get this first half kicked off. And let's get down to business. And here's Salah. Salah up to Bobby. Going back now out to Salah. Salah playing it in now, looking for Fabinho. Fabinho through. I am going to square this to Bobby Firmino, who puts us 1-0 up. I literally just said seconds ago, I probably haven't even left it in the video, but if I have, I said that Bobby Firmino, I do believe, has not scored this season. 8 minutes in against Fulham. Fabinho gets through, screws it across to Bobby Firmino, who then side foots it home past the keeper and puts us 1-0 up after just 8 minutes. That is a great start for the Redmen. Nicely done. There we go. Mane inside now to Gini Wijnaldum. Up to Firmino, who's playing it round now, looking for Salah. Salah trying to get inside. Salah comes away with the ball again. Mohamed Salah looks at drilling it. It's in the back of the net. 4 minutes later, we're 2-0 up. This is going to be a cricket score, ladies and gentlemen. So sit down, grab your drink, grab your popcorn. There's going to be plenty of highlights against Fulham. I can feel it already. Good goal, Mohamed Salah. He lost out, but then tucked inside, took the ball back, cut round them, threw on goal. Very similar to Bobby Firmino's, side-footed into that left side of the goal. And we're 2-0 up after just 12 minutes. Let's go for Fabinho out wide now, looking for Salah. Straight through the middle now to Gini Wijnaldum. Gini looking out wide to Bobby, then flicking it out wide once again to Salah, who's going to look at darting into the box. Come on, Mohamed Salah, keep going, son. Let's pull this back. Salah into Bobby. It's gone to Gini, who hits it. Looks for Mane. Takes a deflection. Fabrizio putting it out for the corner. Now, can we score with Van Dijk to score us our 3rd goal with a defender this season? Ball in. Van Dijk. Gomez is going to get there. Keeper comes flying out for it and collects it nicely. Let's get on that, Mane. Nicely done. Ball into the middle. Let's go, Salah. Keep that pressure on. Good lad. We seem to constantly be giving the ball away right now, but nevertheless, the referee blows for half-time at Anfield. We're 2-0 up. I thought there would have been a lot more goals in that first half, because within 12 minutes, we'd already gone 2-0 up. I'm quite happy with how the lads are playing, realistically, so I am going to look at bringing some of the big guns off to rest them for the game against Roma. So Mohamed Salah is going to take to the bench now, and Shaqiri, I think this time round, is going to make his way to the pitch instead of Junior. I think I'm also going to bring Aaron Ramsey on for Gini Wijnaldum, and then I'm going to hold off, and it's either going to be Semedo for Trent or it's going to be Bobby for Anderson Talisca. But for now, we're halfway through. Some of the lads deserve a break, especially Salah, because we want to get him into the game against Roma. So we're taking him to the bench, and now it is going to be Fulham to kick us off in this second half. Let's get on that. Nicely done, Shaqiri. Fabinho. Up to Firmino, now waiting for the overlap there of Trent, who's pushing forwards now. We've got Ramsey in the middle. Let's put a nice ball in now. Look at Aaron Ramsey, who gets his head to it, but sadly puts it over the bar. Nice run there from Aaron Ramsey. Nice run indeed. Ball through the middle now. Let's get there. Nicely done, Gomez. Big slide tackle from him. Nicely done, Ramsey. Let's play it out now to Naby Keita, who's pushing on. We're going to have... Oh, and again, let's go again to Shaqiri. Tries to play our first ball through to Shaqiri. It didn't come off, but this time, nice little thinking now. Looking for Mane. Should have hit it. Should have just hit it. And unfortunately, Junior wasn't in a good enough position to collect that one. But here we go once again. Naby Keita straight through to Junior now. Junior through on goal. Looks to hit it. Oh, it's just wide. Wow, with his right foot, I thought that could have went in the top bins realistically. Very good shot from Junior, who's already been on the pitch for only 2 or 3 minutes. Already getting into a good position. Let's win this header. Nicely done. Trent heads it back to Van Dijk, who plays it through now to Ramsey, who's going to play it over to Fabinho. Through to Bobby Firmino. It's a terrible ball. Fabinho just hasn't played well at all today. And there we go. The referee blows for full timing. Considering after 12 minutes I said it was going to be a cricket score and there was going to be plenty and plenty of goals. Unfortunately, there wasn't. After 12 minutes, we had plenty of chances, but unfortunately no more goals. And I'm absolutely shocked that we didn't score anymore, especially because we had 6 shots on target, 9 shots in total. Thought we would have maybe scored 4 or 5 in that game, but nevertheless, it's a 2-0 victory. It's another 3 points in the bag, and most importantly, it's another 2 goals added to the tally when it comes to goal difference, because of course at the end of the season we will be donating our goal difference to charity, no matter how much that goal difference is. Right guys, and here we are back at the Central with only 2 days to advance till the Champions League game against Roma. Now, Roma and Monaco played each other in the first game of the Champions League group stages, and as you can see from the points, they drew against each other and both bagged themselves a point each, which is great because when the first game is played, if you win your game and the other game finishes as a draw, then the other 2 people are only going to be on, or the other 2 teams are only going to be on 1 point. You're going to be on 3. If we beat Roma, we're going to go up to 6 points. And even if Monaco win, they'll only be on 4. So we've already managed to push the gap nicely at the top. But the reason I haven't advanced, guys, obviously you normally see me at the Central already at match day. But something I quickly forgot to mention at the start of today's episode is I have seen all over social media that the -1 glitch. Now, why we're talking about the -1 glitch, for everyone that did watch my hashtag change career mode, if you would like to see more content like that, let me know down below in the comment section, because the support was absolutely unreal and I'm so glad that the video done well and you guys enjoyed that type of content. But as we're on the -1 glitch, somebody is, or it's been all over social media, that if you start a brand new save, the -1 glitch is now gone. But supposedly that's only on PC right now, and it's not been pushed out to console, which means unfortunately in the Ajax Road to Glory and the Liverpool career mode, we're just going to have to suffer with it. But what someone did say is, Brad, maybe going forwards, now the new glitch or the -1 glitch is gone, maybe the players will start to grow. So what we're going to do before we get into the game is I'm going to do the player development and try and grow a player and then see if they actually go up or whether they drop back down. We're then going to go through a squad hub report to see if any of the -1 glitches have affected our players. We're then going to read some emails because there's a very, very important email over at the office. And then I'm going to advance to the Roma game. So first things first, player development. So these are the players we're currently doing. We've got Bailey on 2, we've got Junior on 2, and we've got Morris, the other young keeper. There is a chance that Bailey may well go to an 82 here. So let's just simulate all and see what happens. So he does pick up an A. Is he going to get to it? There we go. You guys have seen it. He's grown to an 82. He's about a quarter, maybe even a third of the way through becoming an 83. Now, when we advance and we go back to the Central, we then have to look at what Bailey is. So if we go over to the player development, and Bailey is still an 81. You can see in the bottom right there, he's 81 and about a quarter of the way to an 82, which is a problem because we just got him to an 82. So unfortunately on console, it's still not working. Now, someone did say in the comment section, Brad, have you actually looked who is affected in your team by the -1? And to be honest, guys, I haven't. So that's what we're going to quickly do now. So the first one on the list is Alisson. Our keeper has been affected by the -1 glitch. He's down from an 86 to an 85. Now, I'm not going to go through everyone. We're just going to look at the player and see whether we think it is an actual real -1 or it's the glitch. So for Alisson, it's 100% the glitch. If we go further down, Dani Alves, that's probably legit. He's 36. He's probably going to go down. Van Dijk is 28 and he's at his full potential right now. He's at that age where he's literally at the highest potential he could be. He's got a -1 glitch. So realistically, yeah, he's affected by it. Diego Godin, maybe he's only gone -1 since joining us, but because of the glitch, it's took him to -2. Or then again, maybe it's because he's 33. We don't actually know whether people are actually declining or it's the -1 glitch. If we carry on down the list, is there anyone else? Yeah, Markovic. He's still young. He's only 25, so it's probably a glitch that he's gone down 1, although he should probably be a 70 overall, realistically, in my opinion. Milner, he's 33. That's probably a legit -1. And I think, is there anyone else? Yeah, Danny Ings. See, only 27, down -1. It's just not going to happen. When they get to 29, 30, I understand it's starting to decline, but not Danny Ings, not that early on. That's just ridiculous. So there we go. So we're affected by the -1 glitch for about 5 players. And we've just seen there that we got Bailey up to an 83, and he's gone back down to an 82. So unfortunately, we are affected in this career mode by the -1 glitch. EA, sort it out. Fix it on FIFA 19 and make sure the FIFA 20 is better than this, because this is ridiculous. The game has been out for 4 or 5 months now and we're still having problems. Ridiculous. Sort it out. You've got plenty of money. Fix career mode. Anyway, jumping over to the office, these are the 3 emails. So we've had a press conference. We can delete that. We've had an email in with the subject, great work. Hi Brad, just wants to thank you for helping the club reach one of its brand exposure goals that we set out to accomplish this season. We wanted to earn at least £176 million from shirt sales this season, and we couldn't have done it without you. Keep up the good work, the board of directors. So happy days. That's a pretty important one because we've ticked off one of the objectives that have been set by the board of this season. And the next email, you guys have probably already seen it. Hi Brad, or Mr. Brad, Dejan Lovren and his agent have agreed personal terms with Manchester City. The deal to sell Dejan Lovren for 14 million will be finalised as soon as the transfer window opens, which of course is the January transfer. The board will allocate us 11.5 million. So we have moved on one of our centre-backs, guys. Now when we get to January, we will have to decide, do we look at bringing Koulibaly in, or do we just stick with Van Dijk and Gomez, or Van Dijk and Jonathan Tah, Van Dijk and Jimenez, Van Dijk and Godin? We've got plenty of options there. I am going to look in January though to see how much Manchester City are going to pay Lovren. I think we were paying him 100 grand a week. What will Manchester City be paying for him? Because they overpaid for his price anyway. He's not worth 14 million. He was only valued at 13, so very happy with that. But what I'll do now, guys, is advance the 2 days to the Roma game, sort out the squad, and then we'll get into that game. And here we are, guys, at match day. And the best thing is, when we last played Dynamo Kiev for the first game in the Champions League group, we were away from home. This time, we're playing Roma, and we are at home. And I've just seen an article there, I don't know if you guys will have caught it, Matip to make debut for Roma. Obviously, we did sell him to Roma, so is he going to play against us? We'll have to wait and see. But this is the lineup I am putting out against Roma, and I'm a little bit gutted because unfortunately some of the bigger players that just played in that last game against Fulham unfortunately are not fully fit, and we're going to have to rotate the team quite a bit. You can already see that Mane, Robertson and Van Dijk are not fully fit. Now we have got players to come on for Mane. We've got Ryan Sessegnon and Junior. For Van Dijk, we've got Jimenez, which isn't a problem. And then for Robertson, we also have Tierney, which could be the 3 subs that we have to make to keep the team nice and fresh and make sure we don't get any injuries and no players get too fatigued. You'll also see that I've brought Henderson and Milner into the team. Just because Champions League, we need the experience, and hopefully we want to play a lot of possession football against Roma, because we've got to remember they've got a very decent side. But we have got Mane out on that left wing, Anderson Talisca starting up top for us in that striker position, Salah out on the right wing, Milner and the Ox linking up in the central midfield role, Henderson a little deeper in the central defensive midfield, Robertson, Van Dijk, Tah and Semedo at the back, with of course Alisson in goal. Now I do believe this is Tah and Semedo's first start in Champions League. Now I haven't partnered Van Dijk and Tah before, but I'm thinking they're both big, they're both machines, they're both brick walls, and I think that's what we need, because what I know from Roma is they tend to want to get down the wings and cross the ball in. Now if they're going to do that, and we've got Van Dijk and Tah who are absolute giants in the box, then we've got a lot better chance of heading it out. And I'm also trying to use Tah as much as I can, because we did just buy him and he costs us quite a lot of money, so I want to make sure he's getting plenty of game time. We have got Jimenez on the bench to come on. I don't think this is the game for Diego Godin, and I think I have made the decision to sell him in January. Now then we'll have to talk about whether we bring a new centre-back in, whether it's Koulibaly, whether it's Pavard, whether it's somebody else, or do we just stick with the centre-backs we've got because we've already got plenty. But let's get into this game at Anfield. It is against Roma, and let's see if we can beat them and bag another 3 points and finish today's episode with 6 points in total, an extra 3 in the Premier League, an extra 3 in Champions League. And let's get into this game. Another late night for Champions League. We are at Anfield. This is an unbelievable night. If you guys ever get to go and watch a team in the Champions League at home, it's so unreal. And especially at Anfield, the noise, the passion, the fans, it's absolutely ridiculous.
It is Liverpool.
Tell you what, that player there, second one, it looks like Ziyech from our Ajax Road to Glory. Is Matip going to be here? It doesn't look like he is. The players are definitely getting smaller, unless Matip's already got the captain's armband. Now, I think that's Edin Dzeko, the ex-Manchester City man. So it doesn't look like Matip is going to be starting for Roma. May well be on the bench though. Not sure if it's going to show us. I don't think it is going to show us their team, but it is going to be Anderson Talisca. He needs to shine today for us against Roma, and it is going to be Talisca to kick us off in this first half period. Jonathan Tah wins that. Talisca, Mane round the corner now for Milner. Milner trying to poke that through now for Sadio Mane, who takes it first time. Big save from the keeper. Henderson round the corner now for Salah, cutting it back onto his left foot. Looks to Ben one. Easy save for Casteels. Easy save. And Ziyech looking to push forwards now. Ball into the middle. Let's go, Jonathan Tah. Let's get there, lads. Semedo gifted into the path of Edin Dzeko. We're 1-0 down. Semedo has done that twice now. Gifted the ball away. Once with his header straight into the path of Peterson. And this time drops it down to Dzeko, who puts it past Alisson. Just coming into the 20th minute and we're already 1-0 down. That is not great news for this Liverpool side. We need to sort something out here, lads. Go inside, nicely done. Let's go now to the Ox. The Ox playing straight in now for Mohamed Salah. Salah through a goal. He's drilled it wide. He's drilled it wide. Here's Semedo looking upon it over the top now to Salah. Salah, you've had so many chances of getting forward, son. And again, referee blows for half time. How is Manolas catching Salah? Honestly, guys, something doesn't feel right on career mode today. Something doesn't feel right on FIFA. I just clocked there that Monaco are winning 1-0 against Dynamo Kiev. We've got to get back into the second half exactly the same team. We need an early goal to get this back to level terms, because realistically losing 1-0 to Roma is a no-go. Chamberlain up to Talisca, who's going to play it through now to Salah. Come on, Salah. Keep going, son. Let's pull it back. Mendy's going to get their ball into the middle. We've got Mane there with a huge header. But Casteels collects that, no problem. Milner playing it through. See, Milner's passing is just shocking. Milner is going to intercept that now and try and play through Sadio Mane. Over to the Ox, playing it through now to Salah. This time, Salah, it's a save. He's denied. Cleared away. Come on, Milner. Chase this down. Straight up the line for Salah. Henderson. Looking through to Talisca. Talisca's through. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. Come on, lads. Push on. Henderson. Round the corner for Milner, who's pushing on now. Let's go, Talisca. Push through. Anderson, Talisca. Surely. That time it is. I stopped the ball and I took it on his right foot. I maybe should have went for the left-footed finesse. But we bring it back to level terms. 61st minute, it's 1-1 Liverpool Roma. Let's close this down, and the Ox has picked that up nicely. And here goes Mane now. Mane looking at darting forward. Let's try and play this ball in to the Ox. Nicely done. Into Talisca. Hits it first time. Salah to get there. He's hit the crossbar in again. Oh, I don't believe that. How has that not ended up in the back of the net? Robertson doesn't have many options here. Come on, lads. Help out for me. Let's go into Genie. Talisca's wanting to get forwards there, but we've got Bobby instead. Let's play that through now. Looking for Junior. Junior coming in nicely. Come on, Junior. Junior. Oh, big save from Casteels, and it's onto the post. 9 minutes to go. Let's do something with this ball. Let's get it and do something. Oh, it's a great interception. Henderson over to Bobby. Laying it off now. Genie Wijnaldum. Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Their keeper has been on fire. And I think once they look to break out now, oh no, they're going to get their break here. Let's go, Robertson. Ziyech pushing on. Let's go, Robertson. Stand tall, some ball into the middle. Let's go to Liska. Straight into the hands of Allison. Nearly scored an own goal there. Nearly scored an own goal. And unfortunately, the referee is going to blow for full time. And we are going to only sadly pick up the draw 1-1.
B+, something like that. It's a good start. It's not excellent.
I'm going to be honest, guys. We're going to get back to the central, and I'm going to say something now because
still a bit of work to be done, though.
Something doesn't feel right for me. First of all, before I say what I'm going to say at the central, look at those stats. 14 shots, 10 on target. They had 9 shots, 6 on target. With Roma's stats, I would expect 2 or 3 goals from that. With our stats, 14 shots, 10 on target, I'd expect 3 or 4 goals. It just didn't happen, so we're going to get back to the central and we're going to have a little chat about something. Right, and here we are, guys, back at the central for the final time in today's episode. A few little things to talk about before we end the episode. Quickly here, don't know if you saw the news article. FC Barcelona target Liverpool's Trent. Alexander-Arnold Trent. That is not happening. Even if they offered me 60, 70, 80 million for him, it's not happening. There's topic number 1. Topic number 2 is the blue side of Merseyside, Everton, are top of the Premier League. When was the last time Everton were top of the Premier League? Arsenal actually drew their 7th game, so they now have 6 wins and 1 draw. But they still could go all season without a loss and do the Invincibles. But it means now we are only 2 points behind first place Everton. And of course, in the next episode, as you can see, in just 5 days' time, we are facing off against Everton in the Liverpool derby. So if we do beat them, we will move up to top position depending on what Arsenal do. But Everton are currently top right now because they've got a goal difference of 7 and Arsenal only have a goal difference of 5. There's another thing I just quickly wanted to cover. Now, before we end today's episode, this is the big thing I want to say. I mentioned before about that FIFA or EA have put out an update to stop the -1. That's great. Stop the glitch, fix some things. For the first time, guys, since hearing about this patch and this update, FIFA felt different. I don't know why. I felt like, as me playing the game, I give the ball away a lot. I felt like the opposition give the ball away a lot. And now when I think back to the previous episode, when we faced off against Newcastle and beat them 4-1, 2 of our goals came from them playing the ball back and gifting it to us. I find it very strange that now, after hearing about all this patch, I've just played 2 games. I won 1 against Fulham 2-0, and I just drew against Roma 1-1. Both games felt funny. And you can see from the fact that I scored 2 goals in 12 minutes against Fulham, and I said to you guys, there's going to be so many highlights, so many goals, it's going to be a cricket score. I didn't score another single goal. I just felt like players half the time didn't seem like they were in their right position. Salah constantly felt like he was more central. There was a point then in that game where Jonathan Tah was playing as like a striker from kick-off. We kicked off and Jonathan Tah just runs straight up the pitch. Not really sure what's going on, but since this update, something doesn't feel right. And I'm bringing this up because I'm curious to see, have any of you guys played FIFA in the last day or 2 and felt like the gameplay doesn't feel right? You're giving the ball away a lot. The opposition's giving the ball. I mean, I'm playing on legendary difficulty. And I'm feeling like today, the only reason we drew a game and didn't score a load of goals is because I give the ball away a lot. And I haven't felt that. And the fact this update's come out, maybe that has something to do with it. But I thought I would just mention it before I end today's episode. But the last thing to cover is to see who we have in the next episode. So, of course, we have Everton in just 5 days' time. And then lucky enough for us, we get nearly 2 weeks off. And then we play the Hammers, West Ham, on Saturday the 19th of October in the Premier League. So the next episode, we've got 6 points up for grabs, which we really could do with bagging all 6. And then, to finish off the rest of the month, we've got Monaco in the group stage of the Champions League. We are currently on 4 points. Monaco will also be on 4 points. So that is a very big game and we need to win. We've then got Watford in the Premier League for the final Premier League game in October. And then we have Wigan in the round of 16 of the Carabao Cup. I can't believe we're already at the round of 16. Before you know it, it'll be the semi-finals, then the finals. And hopefully we can win the Carabao Cup, especially because we won it last year. And now we're doing it again, but this time with players that are too young to get in the team and also players that have outgrown the team and can't get in to the starting 11. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below if you're new around here. Click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been Massive Brad. Peace out.